Good morning, folks. Papa Joe here. I want to tell you a scary little story. I did a post last week about Venezuela, and it's not looking good for the citizens there. Not looking good at all. In 2016, they started buybacks on gun buyback and all this stuff. They now have a government that is socialist. So everything you own belongs to the government. Anything you make or whatever, it's the government's first. And should they decide to give it back to you, if you're lucky, then it's yours. They take away from you and they give it to the divided amongst themselves. And then they just dole out penance to the working guy. That's socialism at its best. Being everything belongs to the government, they started their gun buybacks and all this. They started disarming their citizens. This year they have doubled down. They're now confiscating the weapons. Still doing buybacks and stuff if you want to bring them in. And if you don't, they're going and taking them. Now that the citizens are disarmed, they're being starved to death. They're getting less and less food. They have a big problem. And the government, instead of worrying about that, their fine government is now wanting to give weapons to the people supporting them and calling them militiamen. So the citizens are not liking their government. So they've been disarmed. They're being forced to do their government's bidding, their will. But if you happen to agree with the government, they're going to give you a gun. Why? If everybody else is unarmed, why are you arming your supporters? If your people are starving to death, why are you buying back guns and all this other crazy nonsense instead of buying food and feeding your people? Because that's how the socialists work. That's been the nature of the beast all along. They want to convince you that you need the government to take care of you. The government cares. So you give us everything and we'll make sure that it is divided equally amongst everybody and everybody has the same. Sound like some of our political idiots over here? The Bernie Sanders, an admitted socialist that drives around in some fancy car, but yet he thinks you and I should all but ride a horse. Over there, they do not have a Second Amendment. They don't have a right to bear arms. And despite what anybody tells you, our Second Amendment, our right to bear arms, is to keep our government from doing what Venezuela's government is doing right now. Our right to bear arms has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with hunting. Nothing. Hunting is not even in our Constitution. However, the right to bear arms against a tyranny government is in our Constitution. The right to protect ourselves from a government that's gone stupid is in our Constitution. And that's why people like myself have guns. Guess what? I don't hunt. I don't go deer hunting. I've let a couple people borrow a couple of my guns so they could go deer hunting. So they have been used for deer hunting. I don't keep guns for hunting. I don't keep them for target practice. I'm a damn good shot. Between growing up being a hillbilly and being a jarhead and teaching my children how to shoot and teaching part of my grandchildren how to shoot, I've stayed in practice. I'm a damn good shot. And I don't stay in practice or keep guns to go hunting. I have been scared to death of our government. I think anybody that puts 100% trust in our government and says, oh, don't you think they'll take care of you? Are you afraid of our government? Yes, I am. I'm terrified of them. They don't live in the world I live in, and their whole agenda is about them. I don't even see me coming up on their radar unless they're forced to for an election so they can stay up there and keep padding their pockets. Anytime you take a servant's job and go in there at a decent salary and retire a few years later a millionaire, that tells me that I'm not on your radar. I'm not even on your agenda. One thing's on your agenda, your back pocket. That kind of thinking, yes, that scares me. They don't care about you and I. Venezuela is a common practice for the Socialist Party. They come in telling you about how good they are going to treat you and share the wealth and shame on everybody else. And as soon as the first thing they do is take your guns. Anytime a government is so afraid of you having guns, you have a problem. So if our government is afraid of me having a gun, I damn sure want one. Because there's a problem. And don't tell me it's about the children getting shot. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. The freedom of all of our country is at stake. And you're going to pull out any trick that you can. You want to fix the children getting shot and the murders and stuff? It's real simple. Crack down on the ones that are doing the stupid stuff. If you commit a crime with a gun, lock them up forever. I bet it's already on the books. If you kill somebody with a weapon, with a gun, in the process of a crime, lock them up and or kill them. I bet you it's already on the books. How about enforcing the laws that you've already made with an iron fist? Do you remember when they did away with the death penalty? The murders and committing crimes skyrocketed. When the death penalty was reenacted for committing murders in a crime, the murders went down. That right there tells you, you don't have to be smart to be a criminal, but it ain't real hard to figure out if I kill somebody, they're going to want to kill me back. Enforce the laws on the criminals that are committing crimes with the weapons, with the guns, with iron fist. Rest of us gun owners, we won't have a problem with that. None. But you can stop trying to take my guns because that guy over there was stupid with his. Go get his gun, lock him up, kill him, whatever you want to do if he was stupid. Now, if you defend yourself and your family and you killed the bad guy, then no, I don't think you should be locked up. I think it should be investigated real good and make sure the story is what the story is, because anymore we have so many fake stories going. Don't trust the media. The police need to do their job. You're hollering about the police out hunting down the black man and killing the black man. Well, if you find that deal, prove it, prosecute him, Lock him up forever or kill him just like any other criminal. Period. I ain't got a problem with that. But you can lay off my guns. You ain't getting my guns. Now, do you want to know what the scariest part of this whole story is? I posted this a week ago. I've had one person comment on it, and I posted it on my wall and on my YouTube wall for this, Simple Living with Papa Joe. I've had one person comment on it. I've only had a couple people that even liked it. People are so busy with their own lives, with something posted like that, they won't even go in to read it. That's scary. And the state that our country and our world is in, they won't even take the time to find out. And the title of that was pretty. Gun control. Venezuela confiscates civilian guns, armed socialist regime. Now with a title like that, don't you think you should have went in to read it? No, they didn't. Ain't that amazing? You remember a couple videos back, I was telling you that this one driver I know was trying to tell me how Obamacare was a good thing and One World Order was a good thing. Really? Did you read this? And you want to tell me that I want to fall in order with the rest of the world? No, I don't. I want to keep America free. I want America to be America. I want it to stand or fall on its own. I don't need the rest of the world interfering in America. Period. That's all I got for you, folks. I hope you're awake. I hope you got your eyes wide open. You're liable to be hearing more of this nonsense. Y'all remember, God loves you and so do I. There's some of you I'm worried about you being awake, but I still love you. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.